Hey guys, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And today we're going to be talking about which unit to choose from the anniversary HOH event that CompToast just released earlier this morning. Let's go. Don't forget guys, every time you comment and like one of my videos this month, you'll be entered to win a Samsung tablet. Just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post a video, because the more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Good luck. CompToast did release all 5 events that they're going to be doing. Now, if you remember from last year, or if you were playing last year, they did actually have a ton of events come out during the 4-year anniversary. Now, they didn't necessarily announce them at the start of the event. They just added another one on, and another one on, and another one on. Is this the best event ever? I don't know about that, but it is something that's really good, really helpful, and I feel like all you guys should be taking advantage of it more or less. As far as the events are concerned, we'll go over them very briefly, but I do mainly want to focus on which unit you guys should choose from the HOH, because I feel like that's the most important choice that you'll have to make, aside from which monster you should be skilling up from the first event. Let's just get right into it here and go over the events. Now, event number 1 is the default 4-star monster skill level up event, which I think is really cool. It's not something that they've ever really done before. This means like your Shayna, your Galleon, your Lucian, your Sabrina, those types of monsters. Unfortunately, you can't skill level up 5-star natural monsters, which I think would be amazing if they did it, and something that I would probably consider the best event ever if they did that, because it's basically like having just multiple Devilmons, right? But unfortunately, it's just for 4 stars, which is still helpful. And I would say if you haven't already maxed out skilled your Galleon, that he would be the first one you should focus on, because his skill 3 doesn't even like do anything unless it's fully maxed out. After that, I would probably say look at your twins, because I know for me personally, I have twins, I just don't have them skilled up because you need so many twins, and I haven't wanted to waste Devilmons into them because I still am saving the Devilmons for my natural 5-star units. So something to think about as far as what to use your skill ups on for this event. If you already have a max skilled Galleon, then move on to your Lucian, your Shayna, or your Sabrina. Those are the 4 main ones that I would really suggest. Now, if you have all those skilled up, then maybe focus on like a Talia or something, and then go down the list from there. You acquire points by using energy, entering the arena, and summoning monsters. And you can't acquire points during certain things, and you could collect up to 500 points every day. As you acquire points, you can earn 50,000 mana stones, 50 energy, and 50,000 mana stones plus 50 energy every single day. It's kind of like one of those things where you just complete the event and then you have to make sure you collect it. That's something that I am really, really bad at, because I, for some reason, can't ever remember to collect my rewards every day. But it is 100,000 mana stones and 100 energy, so it's not too bad. It should help out newer players as well that aren't necessarily pay to win. And to level up the skill of your default 4-star monster, you just have to select a default 4-star monster within the event page and level up a skill with 2,500 points. So you can basically level up a skill every 5 days. And this event is running for April 14th to May 19th. So you can get a few skill ups. I'm not going to do the math. You guys can do that. Not my forte. So you can only select default 4-star monsters that don't have max skills. That's pretty obvious. Otherwise, why would you be putting them in there? But the nice thing about this as well is as you're gaining points, you're also getting closer to an LD scroll and a Devilmon, which is extremely good, which is crazy because it's pretty much the best 2 items that you can actually get from events, aside from like the 4-star event where you can pick one of your 4 stars. That was pretty cool too. But you also get like some scrolls, some ancient coins, splendid blessing, and summon, which is also really cool. Ancient coins, reappraisal stones, and then 300 crystals, and that's for event 1. Now event 2 starts on April 14th as well, it looks like. So it's going to be, the same date is when event 2 is going to start. And for this one, you get bonus mystical scrolls based on the number of premium pack purchases during the event. So the more premium pack purchases that you buy, the more mystical scrolls you get as a bonus. Okay, whoop-de-doo. If you're not pay to win, you're probably not going to take advantage of that. Even me being semi-pay to win, I'm probably not going to take advantage of that for 5 extra scrolls. I'm not really too worried about it. Next up, though, event number 3 is a couple days later, starting at April 19th to April 21st. But this one, event 3, is the 5-year special Hall of Heroes. So this is the one that we really want to focus on as far as today's video is concerned. So you can only choose one of the monsters though during the event, so choose wisely. Now I know a lot of people were hoping for Gemini, but we knew that this was not going to happen. And you know, so we just have to we have to deal with what we have. So we have Light Death Knight, kind of like meh, whatever. Dark Undyne, I'm not really too excited about it either. We have the Neostone Agent, Wind, and the Water Lich and the Fire Assassin. So a couple things to note here is that none of these monsters are really meta relevant, but what can we do for skill up wise potentially? So if you were playing during the Isabel HOH, the Dark Assassin, we could get some skill ups for the Dark Assassin, or we could even get skill ups for Stella. Stella again being replaced by twins, but we could also probably use Stella in R5 and maybe Guild Wars against like a Leica counter or even a Garo counter, sometimes an RTA as well. That's one option for the Fire Assassin, just to use it for skill ups. Again, for Isabel as well. She wrecked me in one of my RTA matches during Special League, actually. So that's an option. The Water Lich could be an option for skill ups for Antares, which is just, I don't know why you would want to do that. Just get that out of your mind. I don't even know why I said it. But if you have Halphus, that could be useful, so that way you can save on some Devilmons. And if you still use like Fuko, or even if you just don't have twins and you missed the event previously, maybe getting the Water Lich might actually be your best option if you're planning to use one of the 5 units that are here, because he is good for Necro. He does multi-hits. He also has the slow and you know, it's pretty decent. So next up though, the Neostone Agent Wind. Now this is potentially another good pick if you're looking to actually use one of these monsters. A lot of people use her in the RTA Special League 20-star as well for like cleave teams with Copper Bulldozer. Honestly, the Neostone Agent shouldn't be like your first choice. Unless you're like really into Guild Wars, you really don't have a Neostone Agent. Maybe you want some skill ups. Maybe you have a Sylvia that you want to skill up. Then, you know, by all means, go for your Neostone Agent and be happy. But aside from that, she's just, in my opinion, not really that important, mainly because I don't really value Guild Wars or Guild Siege as content or relevant stuff. So that's on you if you want to do that. The Dark Undyne would be kind of cool if you missed that HOH previously, just because it's a decent 4-star LD unit that, you know, might get buffed in the future. Most likely not, since it's an HOH, but it is a little reviver if you want to use it with like Leo or something like that. It's kind of cool. If you don't need skill ups for anything else and you just kind of need that token LD Nat 4 unit, I would say Dark Undyne is probably your best choice in that situation. But if you're actually planning to use Dark Undyne, most people don't actually just use Dark Undyne, just because it's the skill set just doesn't actually work in anywhere, really. I mean, if you try to force it to work somewhere, yeah, it can work, I guess, but it's not really, it doesn't shine at anything. So in my opinion, it's just to have that token LD Nat 4 if you don't have it already. So the Light Death Knight though, this guy is just awful. He is an attack type unit that does damage based on his max HP, and he has to do damage on his 3rd skill based on his attack that's not based on max HP in order to revive a dead ally. So honestly, Death Knight would just be used for skill ups as well, maybe for your Diaz, or I mean, aside from that, maybe even Briand, you can use him for skill ups as well if you guys wanted to, but aside from that, Death Knight, the Light Death Knight, is not something that you guys want to use. I mean, they're all HOHs. None of them are really going to be that useful at the end of the day. But mostly we're just looking at skill ups and potentially a couple useful monsters with the Water Lich and the Wind Neostone Agent if you don't have those already. So too long didn't read. That's the sentence you should be looking for, and the timestamp if you guys want to timestamp that down below as well. But let's move on to event number 4. 7 days of check-in event. We're just going to be doing this, basically just checking in, playing the game. April 22nd to May 31st. We get some energy, mystical scrolls, mana stones, rainbow mons, 6-star hero rune, 2 of them, 3 mystical scrolls, and then you get another light and darkness scroll on day 7. So 2 LD scrolls, which is pretty nice. All right, and then the last event, number 5, is the bonus point event. This runs from April 28th to May 19th. And this is basically just giving you extra glory points and guild points by the amount of points that you earn during the event. So I'm not sure if that's actually saying that, like, as you're getting points for this event here, that you'll be getting extra glory points and guild points as you get up to like 50, 100, 150, etc. Or if it's saying as you acquire 50 glory points that you can like obtain or claim more glory points. It's not really that clear, unfortunately, but either way, it's useful. If you can get extra glory points and guild points, honestly, I don't even have my towers maxed yet, so it is something that I do want to take advantage of if I can to get my glory buildings maxed. And I honestly recommend you guys take advantage of it as well. It's a really decent event. Is it the best event in Summoners War history? I don't think so, because it's just 5 events rolled up into one, and they're all actually kind of at the same time as well, where last year they had them back to back to back to back to back, so that way you didn't get too overwhelmed. This is, I mean, there's a lot of events going on, and typically when there's a lot of events, I get overwhelmed, and I don't finish them because I'm like, there's too much going on, and I just like shut down. I don't know why. It's just kind of how I'm made. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something as well. Make sure you drop your comments down below of what HOH you're gonna be going for, and possibly your decision could help somebody else's decision as well, and possibly help their game progress beyond where they're at currently. But aside from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.